Have you ever heard the story of Gordon Parks? Gordon Parks is one of the most celebrated and influential artists of our time, but most people have never heard of him. He grew up in abject poverty. As a matter of fact, he never even graduated high school. But what he did do when he was young, he went to a pawn shop, he bought a camera, and he taught himself how to use it. As a matter of fact, he was so good without any professional education, he went on to win the Julius Rosenwald Fellowship. Now, this fellowship that he won opened all kinds of doors for him. One of the doors that opened for him was the opportunity to work with the War Office of Information. When he was working with the War Office of Information, he was able to film things that most people had never seen in photography before. Deep discrimination across the world, also racism across the world, as well as abject poverty in places most people had never heard of. Now, he turned that into more opportunities because he got very famous with his reputation and being very different with how he did his photography. He landed a job as the first black staffer of photography at Life magazine. And from there, he got an opportunity to do even more wonderful things. Now, from there, he covered a range of different things, from racism and poverty to fashion and art and entertainment. While he was able to do that, he got a chance to photograph people like Stokely Carmichael, Malcolm X, and Muhammad Ali. Now, with that said, he wasn't just a photographer. He went on to write nonfiction and fiction books. He did filmmaking, and he did multiple types of art. As a matter of fact, in 1969, he became the first African American to write and direct a major Hollywood film. It was called The Learning Tree. Now, although he did The Learning Tree, it wasn't the last thing that he did. He went on to do some other stuff you might have heard of, like Shaft. But Shaft went on to have all kinds of box office hits, but it wasn't the last thing that he did. He went on to write more novels and poetry and music. Now, Gordon Parks is an example of a person who didn't allow their limited education or access to certain opportunities stop him from becoming everything that he wanted to. He turned his art into a story that opened doors for him. What I need you to understand is you have the same ability to turn your story into something that can be used for income. Listen, if this is something that you want to learn, I have a link in bio. It's going to teach you everything that you need to know. Remember that the goal is growth. Growth happens in the journey. Enjoy it.